To another trash talk.
Yes.
Oh, and Steve, he got to leave the transfer station / Bay City Recycles drop-off center and come to City Hall. What's it like to get out of there?
This is all new, weird, new thing for me. It's
a fancy office.
Yeah, they let me out for a little bit.
So welcome to City Hall.
Appreciate it.
Steve doesn't get out often, so anyway, hi, I'm Rebecca, the city's marketing specialist, and Steve,
Transfer station operator.
That thing again. All right. So we are here today to talk about single stream recycling. So Steve's been in the game for a few years now.
Yes.
I'm only 2 years in. So when I started and everyone was talking about single stream recycling, I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, what does that mean? And so I'm just like a regular person who has no idea about recycling. So I learned that it means everything can go in the same bin.
Yes.
It's easy, but it sounds intimidating. When people use jargon and lingo, you don't really know what you're talking about. But we're here to kind of like break that down and let you know what single stream recycling is, because that's what we do curbside.
Yes.
So what is it?
So basically, you can throw all your recyclable items into one bin. You don't have to separate anything. Back in the day, you'd have to separate out like your metals or like your cans. And paper. It's just kind of a hassle. You have to separate it all out, and they go in different bins on the truck. And so now it's just one bin with everything in it that is recyclable. So
you put it to your curb. You do just like this. It might look like a hot mess to a lot of you. To me, it's like, oh, this is like all not organized, but this is the way it's supposed to be, because they take it and they dump it in the truck.
Yep.
And then it goes off to our recycling partner that.
Yes, and then that gets shipped off to their transfer station, and it gets shipped off, I believe, down to, I want to say Detroit.
Metro Detroit area, I think.
Yep. Oh, there is a sorter.
Okay, there's a sorter.
There
are sorters
yes.
still.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's
from
the ones I've seen, there's the ones they have like 8 guys on the back of this. When all this stuff comes up a conveyor belt, it goes in. There's like 8 guys back there, and they're sorting out stuff that kind of needs where it goes. And there's different lines of.
The different recyclable items.
Yeah.
That sounds like a field trip to me. Like,
it
I
is
feel like
awesome. It's a really cool
field trip, and I think we're gonna make that happen at some point.
I think that'd be an awesome thing.
Okay.
And then you'll get out all the small stuff or stuff that shouldn't be recyclable, and that can get clogged in there, and it kind of stop the whole process. It'll come to a halt if they find something that will stop their machines from going.
So see, let's talk about what we have in here. We have plastics.
Yep, we have plastics. We have paper.
Curbside.
It's all loose.
This is rinsed out.
Yes,
rinsed
this
out,
stuff
clean.
is all clean. You have pop cans for some reason why you do that. I have no idea.
10 cents, people. Get your 10 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
Paper, cardboard. This isn't
cardboard.
A folder. This is all stuff that is recyclable.
Yeah.
And just throw it in here. There's no rhyme or reason.
No
just
rhyme or
throw it in
reason.
there.
My suggestion though, since it is always windier out here, if you can possibly put like any kind of paper stuff like at the bottom, and some of your heavier stuff like cardboard and like plastics, they won't blow away is easy. And then you won't have much of a mess to clean up if they do have something fly out.
Happy neighbors. We don't want stuff flying in your neighbor's yard.
Yes, exactly.
And one thing you wanted to point out about this is we have paper in here just like this, just a sheet of paper. You throw it in here, again, maybe put it on the bottom so it doesn't fly away. Do not shred this.
Yeah, no shredded paper. That is a disaster zone just for being out in the public or outside, and then it's a nightmare at the processing facility when it actually does make it down there, if it makes it down there, because it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, and we try our hardest to educate everyone on what can be recycled curbside and what can be recycled at our Bay City Recycles drop-off center. But if you ever have a question, you can go to www.baycityrecycles.org, and we have that redirectory tool there, and you type it in, it tells you, does it go curbside, or should you bring it in or do something else with it? Because there's always a way to find out.
Absolutely.
But we're going to talk about a few things that you've probably seen before that maybe shouldn't have been in there or should be in there. So let's start with this.
Yes, for sure.
This is the plastic. We know most plastics.
In the bin.
But the best bet is to rinse this out before you put it in there clean.
Yeah, clean stuff. And you guys have been doing an excellent job actually of making sure that all the recycling is clean. There's odds and ends stuff that you just can't really do with to get as clean as you want, and if it falls out and it gets snow on it, whatever, rain, mud. But most of you guys have been doing a really awesome job of making sure the stuff is clean before we pick it up.
This.
Yes,
So
that is awesome.
This is a no-no.
Oh, yes, it is a no-no.
This is a no-no. This is a no-no curbside. So we just finished our holiday light recycling drive, and it was like between 800 and 900
Yes.
pounds.
Yeah, you guys did
recycled
awesome.
waste. Now, why can't this go in here?
The reason that can't go in there is because if this makes it in and it makes it to that sorting facility that I was talking about earlier, there is a conveyor belt and there's machines that grab stuff, and if that gets caught in there, it will actually stop that machine. And if it stops it, it can be down for 2, 3, 4 hours. And
Somebody has to climb in there and fix it.
there has to be people that climb in there to fix it, and then you'll have backup of other trucks because those guys have a big loader that loads these things into the conveyor belt, and if that's down, they're gonna have a backup mile long. So
This is called a tangler.
This is
Tanglers
a-
are
yeah.
these lights, even metal hangers.
yep,
Like
metal
those.
hangers, those are a no-go because those can get wrapped up around there too. Yep.
Okay, so we have 3 things here. We have a plastic, we have a paper, and we have a cardboard, Steve. What happens to all this stuff?
I'm about ready to have a heart attack.
Okay, it's a lot. There's a lot going on.
No, it's all good. Everything's fine with this. Even though it's kind of like put in into a box, we'd rather not, but it's all going to go in the same spot. It's not a huge deal if that's the case. Just make sure that it is
Keep it
all
loose.
stuff. Keep it loose and make sure it is all stuff that's in there is recyclable.
And flatten your cardboard if you can.
Yeah,
right?
if you can, because then you put a lot more in there, and then it's already kind of scrunched up for the guys, put in the back of the truck.
Okay, we have 2 more things to talk about.
Yes.
This. What do you think about this, Steve?
That's a horrible one.
That's horrible.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. So you got plastic bags. Plastic bags, putting your recyclables in a plastic bag
No.
is not good because that's another thing that can tangle up the machines and stop the process of recycling it further.
But these can be brought to the Bay City Recycling
Yes.
Drop-Off Center for
Absolutely.
free.
Nothing.
Free.
Nada. So
Yep, and we'll take your bags off hands.
take your bags off your hands, and that goes for a separate facility completely. So
Okay, let's see if I don't. What about this guy right here? Good old
absolutely
polystyrene
not.
foam.
Yeah, so that's another one that's a no-no. That is not recycled curbside. But
They can come visit you and drop it off for free.
yes, and it's going to be awesome. And you know what? There's a ton of styrofoam that you guys have been doing, and it's been amazing how much you guys actually really care about doing this. This is awesome. It's a really cool thing because people are like, well, I shouldn't put in in the landfill. Well, you're absolutely right. It shouldn't because it takes hundreds of years for this stuff to break down. And
So for free, they can bring you plastic bags and styrofoam if you make an appointment
Yep.
at baycityrecycles.org,
Yeah.
and you can come see Steve.
yeah,
Say hi.
why wouldn't you?
That right
I'm a
there.
cool
is-
guy.
I mean, that's fun.
I don't bite.
So yeah. So
All right, last little thing down there.
Oh,
I'm gonna grab that
okay.
box just in general. All right, so this box right here, don't mind the styrofoam in it. If you can still see us, you can actually use this still as a recycling bin too. If you have like extra recycling that couldn't fit, you can actually put this in the box as well and put your recyclables in it. We can still use it as a bin if you wanted to. It doesn't hurt anything. Just make sure everything is just the way it is in this bin, nice and loose, and is able to be recycled.
as long as it's not like raining or snowing, it gets wet and nasty. And
Yeah,
Our guys are not
exactly.
very happy with
Yeah,
that one, so.
good point on that. Yeah,
Don't
that's-
tell Tim we said that. Okay. Anyway, okay, so
yeah.
is there anything else to single stream recycling that people need to know? Like people like
Yes.
me that didn't know?
Well, I mean, not that they maybe already don't know is make sure that it's spaced apart from your can, 3 feet, no obstructions around it.
Everything for free.
Everything 3 feet. It just makes it easier for the guys, and so they be able to see it. I mean, if it's behind a can, you're not always going to see that kind of stuff. So.
And label everything. If you don't have a handy dandy Bay City Recycles bin already,
you can get
the recyclables only sticker to put on.
On like a 32-gallon bin, you can
Or
use one of
smaller.
those, or smaller. And you can do the same thing if you don't have one. I believe you can get extras of these, is that correct? And $10?
$10?
So
We
it's
have
$10
this
for
right
extra. If you need an extra one and you don't want to use your own, it's a one-time fee of $10, and you can have an extra one of these, depending on how much you do.
So bottom line, keep it loose. Single stream recycling means throw it all in the same bin, good
Yes.
to go. No plastic bags, no styrofoam, please no tanglers.
No tanglers for sure.
And if you ever have questions, just please use baycityrecycles.org and use the redirectory tool and type in your item and figure out where it goes, whether it goes curbside, dropping it off, or perhaps somewhere else like the trash, which we don't like to hear about the trash, but let's face it, some items have to go in the trash.
We get a lot of people just coming in just without appointments that'll just ask me questions first. before they actually come and do anything or making appointments. They ask me, what can I do with this stuff? And I've been pretty good remembering all the stuff, and it's a lot to it. But yeah, it's
once you get it in your mind, you know where things go, and you can be an even better recycler and help our community by keeping things out of the landfill and putting them in the recycling places where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, all right, I think that's it. Are we good?
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're good.
And I think we figured out a field trip. We need to go to one of our partners and figure out where things go. Probably not next time.
It's actually a really cool process to see how and
We should do that.
done.
Okay, all right.
Whether they like it or not.
We're going. All right. Not sure when. And next time when you join us for Trash Talk, we're actually going to be at one of the libraries. Not Steve and I, but I believe James and I will be there. And it's National Read Aloud Day the next time we have one of these. So we will find some excellent books. Maybe you can play it for your kids later if they aren't able to watch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. So anyway, thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.